communication, my particular job as a manager is vital in terms of giving value to all your staff. It doesn't matter whether it's one of my players or the staff or the groundsman. And I think leadership and communication are twined together without question. In case of Cristiano, he was only a young boy when he came to us. So it was important to make him feel comfortable with that.
Since I arrived, I didn't speak English. It was tough.
Is that not Scottish?
Scottish, yeah. But I think the communication since the beginning was very good. The people helped me a lot, especially him, of course. And I tried to learn was different, so this is what I did.
If you venture into that world where you have to show leadership qualities, then you must think about that part of it, about the communication and making people feel valued. I could never walk by anyone in my staff, whether it was the kitchen staff or the groundsman or my players, without making a comment. You know, good morning, how are you, how's your father, how's your mother? It's vital that people recognise that you care. You take an interest in them. And I think that's what communication is.
No, as Sir Alex Ferguson say, the communications is, you have to born with that, I think. You can learn, but it's inside of you. You can have that instinct and the valor to speak in front of people in sporting. He had the communication with me, with my agent, with sporting as well, and he showed straight away what his thoughts. So it was good, as can you imagine, with 18 years old, that Sir Alex Ferguson speaking with you, for me was kind of a dream, you know, to say, wow, probably I'm going to play for Manchester United. So I remember quite well, and it was like special day for me, not just because of the game, which is I play very good in that night, but to speak with Sir Alex Ferguson, with some players.
With any boy coming from another country, 18 years of age, I think he was the youngest we ever did that with. With Cristiano, his mother stayed for quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think having a family around you, when you make a move like that, coming to another country, is really important. I know that his mother was used to the move they made from Madeira to Lisbon when he was a young kid. But coming to another country where the language is different is a big step for a young person. So I think the club did really well. But I always remember that when we had the discussion, I think that what I wanted to impress upon his age in particular, he won't play every game. But if he is so good, I can't stop him. You always play your best players. And the opening game of the season, he was substitute. Came on, and he was absolutely bloody fantastic.
30 minutes.
The crowd was magnificent. The crowd loved it. So here we had a situation, do I play him in the next game or do I put him back in the bench? That is a big problem, that, you know.
Everything that he said to me, he did. And it's difficult, you understand? Imagine with 18 years old, you arrive from Sporting, you play with the stars, with Giggsy, Scholes, Roy Keane, Solskjaer. I was a little bit nervous, but he helped me a lot by the communication. He called me sometimes to his office with the translator there, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is to tell me things to help me to grow up like a person, like a player, and since day one, everything that he told me, he did. So I appreciate a lot. I'm always say that for me, it's like a father for me in the football. So I have to appreciate everything he did for me, for my family, especially for the club, that he did amazing job.
Well, as a manager, for anyone get into a position of leadership or management, the one thing you have to try and instill in the people who work under you is a confidence and trust in the manager. In time, they understand that trust and they become loyal to you. And they know that if they have a problem, they can come to me in confidence, and that door of mine was always open, or to knock on the door to come with any problem they had, and always was open to that. And through that kind of mechanism, the players begin to understand that they can trust you. There was always that understanding that I don't like losing, particularly when the expectation of Manchester United players drops. I can't allow that. That trust, I think that like Cristiano and other players coming to the club would understand in time.
I think everyone knew it, his role in a team, in a staff, the coaches, and this is why we won, I don't know how many titles, and it's because of that, these elements that the Sir Alex Ferguson mentioned before, that the people trust in our group, in his communication, and he was there to lead the team and help us, the best possibilities to win the games. So I remember very well that it was the key for the success of the Manchester United.
I always felt that the area I didn't enjoy was the 45 minutes before the kick-off, when the team are out warming up and I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting in my office and I want the game to start right there, but I can't because they're doing their warm-up, and you're lonely. You're on your own. I'm just sitting in my office on my own, watching television while they're doing their warm-up. And that was the only spell I didn't enjoy that. Once the game started, fantastic. It's true. I mean, you'll become a coach one day.
Maybe no.
Maybe not.
I don't know. It's hard to mention one. It was so beautiful moments that we had together, not us winning things, which is the most difficult, but in my heart I keep the most difficult things. Probably don't remember, and I supposed to don't say to that, but I will say because it's a beautiful history. I remember one day that my father was in hospital, and I was so emotional, so very low, and I speak with him, and he said, Cristiano, doesn't matter, go there 2-3 days, and we had difficult games, and I was a key player in that moment. And he say, "Oof, will be tough because we have difficult games, but I will understand your situation, and I leave you. You can go to see your father." For me, this is the most important things, apart of to win Champions League, to win Premier Leagues and Cups and stuff. So I have to appreciate him because, as I told you in the beginning, what he said to me, he always did. So I have to appreciate that more.
I got that from an experience as a young manager. I was 33 years of age, and a young boy came to my office, and it was a Tuesday, and he says, "Boss, can I have Friday off?" And I said, "Why do you want Friday off?" He said, "My mother's died." "You're beat. What can you do?"
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, of course, son." Yeah. From that moment on, if a player came to me and says, "I want tomorrow off," I said, "Yeah, can I help you?" In the case of Cristiano, I knew his father was ill, I knew he was in hospital, and it was important for him to be there. It didn't matter